Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnn. I'm a visual artist and voice coach from Singapore. Currently in Singapore because of the travel restrictions, no thanks to COVID. So sad. I was actually supposed to be in Finland at the start of this month until the end of next month. So for 2 whole months, I had been accepted into an artist residency in Finland, where I was going to paint another Dream Tree mural. So that's part of my I guess my current biggest dream project is to paint 100 dream tree murals around the world, and I managed to get up to 8 over the last 2 years. And then this year I've had to take this indefinite pause on my project because we can't go anywhere, or rather it is inconvenient to go anywhere right now. So in the meantime I have been figuring out ways to continue living this worthwhile pursuit of mine, because I have different things that I would like to do, and now is the chance to get around to them since I can't be traveling and painting my murals. So this project, this 100-day vlog, has been something that I've been wanting to do. Not so much that I want to do 100 days of it, but starting a vlog has been something that I've been wanting to do. But I have been chickening out of it because I fear judgment, because I fear that I don't really have anything important to say, and as a result I don't even take a step to make it happen. So I like the idea of doing a 100-day project because then it kind of forces me to just do it without overthinking, because every single day a video has to go up by 9 p.m. Singapore time, so there isn't much room for me to overthink it. It's just hit record and just speak. So if you have questions about the creative process, about pursuing your dreams, about pursuing something worthwhile to you, following your passion, what is it like to be an artist, what is it like to live this very unpredictable and crazy life that keeps changing, feel free to ask me in the comments attached to these videos, or if you're shy you can directly message me. My social media links are all in the write-up attached to these videos. So the last couple of days I shared a lot about what's a worthwhile pursuit, and I talked also about how when we actually pursue these things, when we actually take action on them, it starts us on this journey of uncovering, it starts us on this journey, right? Because the next thing would come, and the next and the next and the next worthwhile pursuit would come, and so on and so forth. And I guess I would say that I don't know what all this is for, because I'm still in the middle somewhere of my life. At least I hope I'm still in the middle of it. And I don't know what all this is for, right? I don't have all the answers to the grand scheme of things. But what I can say so far that I have learned is that I think there are little signs around us all the time that kind of point us in a certain direction that we can take. Maybe it's like a calling. Maybe it's something that you're really resonating with. Maybe you've been thinking about doing something, and suddenly a bus goes by and there's this ad and the words jump out at you, like "just do it," for example. Okay, not a Nike plug, but just as an example, right? So things like that happen. And I don't really believe in coincidence, because I think that when these little things kind of happen, I think they're happening around us all the time, and it's just whether in that moment are you aware of actually picking it up. Okay, so these are more subtle, I guess, and these require a bit more awareness and paying attention to what's happening around you to actually pick up on. But what I will say though is that how do you figure out if something is a worthwhile pursuit or a worthy purpose for you is if it keeps coming back to your life. Like if it keeps showing up in some way. So as an example, when I was 8 years old, I really loved to draw, and my dream was to be an artist, and I told a grown-up that, and they basically told me artists don't make any money, and I shut my dream down and I completely forgot about it. In fact, I even stopped drawing just for the fun of it. I would do it for my art class, for my school art assignments, because I couldn't get out of it, but otherwise I wouldn't really draw for fun. But interestingly, this artist thing kept coming back to me, even though I wasn't really aware of it back then. It's only in hindsight that I started to see these patterns of art coming back into my life without me realizing. So an example of that was when I was, so this happened when I was 8, right, when I forgot about my dream. But when I was in high school, well, high school here is like age 13 to 16. So when I was 14 or 15 years old, and we started doing painting in our school art classes, at home, for some reason, I started to want to make time to actually paint on my own outside of these school assignments. It didn't last very long, but still there was an interest there, you know. And then I also started doing this thing where I would decorate my school exercise books. Like I would make very pretty covers of them, and any chance that I had in school that we were given to exercise our creativity, I always embraced it, and I would always craft something that was artistically, you know, that expressed my artistic ideas, maybe like using a lot of colors in my school notes, or trying out different fonts in my handwriting. And you know, even later on when I was in university, and even when I was pursuing a degree in music business and songwriting, there were many times where, for example, you know, we have like, because I was religious back then, so in our Catholic youth students group, we had like retreats, and then they were like, oh, let's draw something on the table, you know, as part of the an activity during the retreat. And people always praise my drawings and say that it was really great. But to me, it was like, oh, you know, I think anyone can do that. Like I didn't see a big deal out of it. I didn't see anything special about it. So, you know, so when I was 28 and I did my one and only, you know, official drawing class when I was in my final semester in that university in the US, that was when I had this flashback of that 8-year-old memory where I was told that I couldn't be an artist. And it was only then that all these different pieces, you know, of my entire journey from 8 years old to 28, of all these instances where I was very artistically creative without realizing, where people had praised my drawings and my doodles, which to me were just random scribbles, but people praised them, and being told that I was actually had a visual creative aptitude. Interestingly, even like career tests that I took indicated that, you know, my number one job was artist. I was also stunned and shocked. So you know, these are signs that have appeared in our lives that, you know, kind of point us in a certain direction. And it's kind of like, hey, you know, maybe there's something worth exploring here. So if you have an instance like that in your life where certain things keep coming back to you, whether it's an idea, as an inspiration, or people giving you feedback about that, perhaps there's something there worth exploring that could be a worthwhile pursuit or a worthy purpose for you. So if you like this video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube or like my Facebook page wherever you're watching this on. Ask me your questions in the comments or DM me, and I will see you tomorrow.